about that one? I'm sure it's been in the back of your mind. We know in training
Yeah.
you were toying with it, so.
Yeah, no, we toyed around with it and we tried some different line combinations. I didn't mind last night's, but I just sat down in the coach's room and the coaches, and we liked what we threw up today. So we'll see. It gives a little more depth in each line, I think.
Your hope, I'm sure, is that they can give you a spark the way that they did in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, we want to win hockey games. I thought we played well last night, but obviously we didn't come up with any points, and that's disappointing. So kids played really well together last year, so we'll give it a chance, see how it goes.
If you look at, like, last night, for example, you guys outshot them by a pretty significant margin. I'm sure when you track the scoring chances, you see that you guys are generating some, maybe not scoring on all of them, but you're in position a lot of the time. How do you weigh that against, okay, we're not winning enough?
Well, I would have taken last year's stats when they were no good and winning games and, out-chancing teams and out-shooting teams, and now we're losing games. So if I had the choice between the two, I'd take the W at the end of the night.
And what do you need to see more of to get those?
Well, no, I like the way we played. Again, I thought we had a good chance to win that game last night, and, it didn't go our way at the end. But overall, I thought we played good. So stick with it, keep going. It's early in the season, and you got to do the little things that win hockey games. And then with some of the board battles, some of the battles in front of the net, and I thought the Islanders blocked a lot of our shots last night, and hopefully that'll rub off on some of our guys. Let's get that shot lane a little bit more, and don't give them those opportunities.
How do you do more of that in the third? Because it looks like you guys have put yourself in position last couple of games to play well early, but it's like you.
Well, I honestly think we played well in the third. I really did. When I looked at it, they had 3 scoring chances, they had 3 goals. So I thought we played pretty well. Didn't look like that at the end of the game when the thing happened, but they had 8 shots. It's not like we folded our 10. There was a couple of unfortunate calls that didn't go our way in the last 5 minutes, and there we go. So, but I thought we played good overall.
Did you get an explanation on that trip on Kako at the end?
No, they don't give any explanations. It's a tough call, you know what I mean? I'm sure if the puck, once the puck goes in the net, they probably said, I should have called that, but it's the way it goes. Sometimes they go your way, sometimes they don't, and they didn't last night.
What's the challenge with Detroit? You saw them just recently, now you're going back into Detroit's building.
Yep.
To see you read it.
Yeah, 2 teams just played last week, so we know each other real well. Good hockey game again in Detroit, and like I said, they're a different team than they were last year, so it's going to be a good battle.
You talked about they had 3 scoring chances last night and 3 goals. Is the third period last night a situation where you need your goaltender to make a couple saves?
He played well. I mean, I can't fault him on those goals. I really don't, Mistakes happen, and they didn't get a lot of chances, but I'm not going to fault him. He's been our best player for a year and a half now.
Any concern with Trouba? Obviously he's trying to get well from something, missing a few practices, or do you just feel like he's
Yeah, no, it's maintenance and nagging injuries, and that's what guys go through during the season. So it's what he does and what he has to do, and he gets ready for the games as much as he can. And so it's part of our game, and that's what happens. But he's a warrior. He plays hard every night for us.
Speaking of Warriors, it looks like Ryan's ready to come back.
It sounds like it, but not confirmed yet. Really, he's still day to day, and I'm sure the trainers will tell me on the plane what the plan is. But he's doing real well, so we'll see.
With the kids, talk about them working together now. Does it say more with Kreider now, back up with Mika, about the play that Kreider had last night?
Kreider played well last night, but that had nothing to do with it, honestly. No, we just, again, if they would have played really, really well, I might have kept everything together, but I thought that Kreider played a good game last night. But again, like Vince said, there's always been talk about getting the kid line back, and I think he gives us a little more depth in all 3 lines, the top 3 lines.
It's also kind of like what you had envisioned, except for Jimmy there instead of Blake. This is the way you started camp, basically, with these.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. I can't remember, but you got it written down, so. But no, exactly. And then, you look at last year's team, it was sort of, Hunt played up in those top 2 lines a lot of, so it's the same type of players that, go hard and go to the. Yeah, no, he played okay. He was jumping, and for his first game back after the injury, I think he played pretty well. So again, you got to give him a chance to play, and hopefully he'll create some stuff. He had 1 good scoring chance, and so. But there's encouraging signs there, and like I said, hopefully he'll do a real good job up there and put the puck in the net and make some good plays and get us some offense 5-on-5.
You got these two games, what's the thoughts for the fathers around this weekend?
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, it always, the guys are excited, and it's too bad we couldn't have got one last night. It would have made the trip a little easier, but you know what? A lot of responsibility on the fathers to get these 2 wins for us, so hopefully it'll be a good trip, and hopefully they'll get their boys ready to go.
If the guys need talking to, you have the dads do it.
Oh, yes, definitely. They can run the meetings. It'd be perfect.
Well, I want to ask you one last thing. Adam Fox last night mentioned, said we can't rest on what we did last year.
Yeah.
And you've been on deep playoff runs with a few different teams. Is there any kind of a hangover effect? Is there any kind of expectation like what we accomplished last year, we're going to get back?
I hope not, but it might happen to them. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I think teams look at you differently than they did starting last year. I mean, the Rangers didn't make the playoffs, and last year we had we proved we were a pretty good hockey team, and we had a deep run in the playoffs. So I'm sure teams get ready to play us a little different than they did, and so hopefully we'll get start playing real good solid hockey and getting some wins here, because there's definitely teams look at you different for sure. But I don't think we look at it different, that we're a playoff team last year, we're going to be this year. I don't think you look at it like that at all. For me, it's one game at a time, like we talked about last year, and get as many points in the bank as you can early. And it's gone okay, but I think we should be better than where we're at right now.